Okay, fire away.
So, Coach, how about the makeup of this team this year? And obviously, you look over there and you see a lot of talent on this team.
Our real strength, as you look at our team right now, is our front line. We have 6 players on the front line, with the addition of the Wares to Reeves and to Josh, along with Stover and Brendan. I mean, that gives us a lot of size. I think that a number of players had great off seasons, notably Lazarick Jones, number 1. He was in here every morning at 6:45 in the morning, shooting every day, the entire summer. Really got a lot of confidence through the hard work he put in, not only shooting and lifting, but also playing against all the NBA players that are around and been around all summer. I think Reef Nelson really worked his tail off this summer as well. He was doing yoga 5 days a week, along with lifting 4 days a week, as well as shooting in the same kind of regimen as Lazarick. And then the Wares have been really, really great about their workout. I mean, they got started. This yoga stuff has really been good for our players, and I've seen it really help them. And they got involved in January and have kept it up. But those guys, along with a number of our other players, but in particular those guys have really done a great job, and they're 4 of our best players, and so it's nice when you have your hardest workers also be some of your best players, and that usually is the case.
For a lot of people, I think last year that thought your team was 1 year away. Do you feel like that this is your time now?
You know what, we're going to have a growing curve because we lost 2 starting wings, we returned 3 starters. And we returned a lot of players that have some experience now. We're getting 2 new players used to it in Norman Parker and Dean Parker and Norman Powell. They're going to be learning everything new for the first time tomorrow. And unlike everybody, a lot of other people, we're actually starting our first practice tomorrow because you can go 2 hours of individual work with your whole team if you want, starting back in September. And so we didn't do anything these last 3 days, and so we will practice tomorrow for 2 hours, and then about 2 hours and 15 minutes the next 4 days.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about the effect of not having Paulie and losing a home?
Yeah, you know what? Not being in Paulie this year is definitely a logistical nightmare. Number 1, with no home games being played on our campus. It's really nice, as everyone knows, to play your games where you practice every day. You get used to the nook and cranny of the court and a feel for it. It's a lot easier for our fans and our students to attend games right here on campus, but we're going to have to be more tough mentally. It's going to be a mental toughness issue to be able to deal with the travel, logistics. 12 games we're going to play in the sports arena, and 4 down at the Honda Center with the exhibition game out in the Inland Empire. But for what awaits us at the end of the rainbow, which is essentially brand new Paulie, it is totally worth it. All the heartache that not having Paulie this year will be made up for tenfold when we get back in there in September of 2012.
Have you had a chance to look at the sports arena?
That's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Have you had a chance to check out the sports arena? Because
I haven't. Our staff has been down there a number of times. Now we played there, I think, last 5 years ago or 4 or 5 years ago. Actually, it was in 06. I remember now. So that's the last time we played in there. But no, they have been unbelievably cooperative. The people in charge of the sports arena have done a great job working with our people here in the athletic department. Both in terms of the locker rooms, they're painting it. The floor is going to be nice. So, for the 1 year that we're going to be out of here. And I always go back to the fact that Coach Wooden's teams played in the sports arena back in the early 60s prior to moving into Paulie. So, and it's going to be his 101st birthday on Friday, Coach Wooden. So it's always right around basketball season.
They practiced in here, right?
They practiced in here until Paulie was built. But they played all over the place. And I hear all the stories of people that were following the Bruins and say we're little number of our fans. And so this is exactly what's really cool is that chalkboard. If you go look at it over there, it's a chalkboard that Coach used to line the team up there and write on. It's the actual board itself. Pretty cool.
Coach, will you be able to practice at the sports arena at all?
We're going to practice. We're going to have a scrimmage October 27th. over there a close scrimmage against Cal State Fullerton. We'll practice over there one other day other than that, so just a couple times. Logistically, it's so hard because of traffic and classes, the fact that we're in school here.
How's Josh?
How do you see it affecting your fan base? You've got some older, hardcore fans.
You know what? I mean, I know there's a lot of excitement right now as people are signing up for their new seats. They're picking them out, I should say. And I'm going to really make a concerted effort to get out to the students, the fraternities, the sororities, and really reach out to our fans. It really, to me, is so important. We have a chance to, I think, really be a good team this year, and we need our fans. We need the support to be there for them. These kids deserve that. They have worked really, really hard in the off season, so I really will be employing our fans to come out and support the Bruins. I know it's harder to get to downtown than it is to get to hear from a lot of places. We originally we're talking about having it at the Forum, and then I went to a concert there, and it took forever to get there. So it's easier to get to Sports Arena than it is to the Forum. That's one consolation. Prince, yeah, and it took us literally an hour, my wife and I, to get from the 405 to the Forum that day. I was like,
Which way you go? You got to stay off Manchester.
yeah, I think that's the way we went.
Wait, you said you think this team has a chance to be really good this year. That's saying a lot when you lose two starters.
Two very good starters, two very good players, both all-league players. But even though Travis and Dave Ware did not play last year, they were with us the entire year, so they're not coming in brand new. They're going to fit right in, and we're going to have to, we're going to at times play big this year. There'll definitely be times where we're going to play where we have three real big players on the front line, and we'll give up some things maybe defensively. I hope not too much, but we should be a very good rebounding team at both ends of the floor. I'm very excited about this group, and I think these guys really like each other. I think we have a senior point guard in Lazaric, who's going to be a lot better than he was. I think Jeremy's going to give us another good year like he did last year. Those guys will be key.
Is Josh Smith, how's he looked in workouts, and how's his weight?
He's really improved his offensive scoring package. Like when he first got here a year ago, he had one basic move. Now he's got, he's got jump hooks to both shoulders with both hands. He's got a lot more stuff to his game that he worked on in the spring and again here in the fall for the last few weeks. And I think he's going to be much improved. Josh has still got a ways to go condition-wise to be where he needs to be for us. And that's something that we're going to work on very hard.